what up, yo? Time is running out, it's for real though. Let's connect, Politic Ditto. Yo, what up, yo? Time is running out, it's for real though. Let's connect, Politic Ditto. Yo, what up, yo? Time is running out, it's for real though. Let's connect, Politic Ditto.
All right. It's, second episode, E?
Second episode.
Second, we made it to part 2.
Part 2.
Politic Ditto with your boy Bam and E.
Just that.
All right, here. A lot of shit happened this week, E. Let's see.
A lot of things went on. The prisoners still have not been captured.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So you got, I think, the 2 prisoners from upstate New York, Dan and Mora.
Yeah.
They got helped out of prison by some...
David Sweet and Richard Matt, I believe. On the run eating.
You know, the funny thing is, when they first escaped, they said the names wrong. So they said Richard Sweat. And so, you know, a lot of white dudes go by the name Dick. So I was thinking Dick Sweat. I was thinking how many people go with that. But anyway.
Yeah. But they still on the run. No one's caught them. Massive manhunt. No one can find them.
A lot of money being spent with that.
A lot of money. You know what I mean? Now they running up in all kinds of prisons or whatever. I heard Green Haven just did some lockdown. I read the other day they all over it. They stopped the Weed Connect going on in there. Mattresses getting flipped.
First of all, E, let's be clear. The most angry people right now are the prison inmates who can't get shit going through now.
Because the hustle is dead.
Oh yeah.
The hustle is dead.
No more banging that fat CO.
None
with
of
bad
that.
nail jobs. No more of that.
Caucasians made it hot.
But we'll get to that today. Let's start for a little bit more serious. Now, we were talking earlier today about, of course, what's on everybody's mind is this South Carolina shit.
Sombering.
So now you got the kid, Dylan Roof, who decided to go into church and start popping off some black people because he wanted to start a race war.
Who welcomed him in.
Yeah.
As we always do. We welcome him in, thinking he there for, get his mind right. If you can't go to the church and,
Now, E, that's one of my points of contention. A lot of people have been saying that. If you can't be black in a church or if you can't be...
It's the one place you go for peace of mind to get away from, the everyday life struggles, to pray for those that do.
But I think that historically the black church has been terrorized by white oppression, so I don't think it should be odd for us to realize that we can't go there and pray.
But in this day and time, it's just unbelievable. It's really unbelievable,
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that, my problem, I guess, with the way that's covered is it seems like a lot of misdirection. Like we can't believe in this day and time. We know that bombings happened in church in the 90s. There was a lot of bombings in the 90s. There were a lot of bombings in the 60s. So, when has there not been a day and time? And...
Yeah.
So
it's always been some kind of murdering going around churches. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And
the problem I have with this whole Dylan Roof narrative is they're trying to run with this, he's crazy or whatever.
Pleading insanity.
Yeah, and I try to, start this little hashtag. I'm bad on Twitter, but start a hashtag of sane white shooter. Because the whole thing is, it's easily explained if you're white and this is crazy. Because then it's like, oh, well, we don't act like this. But just think about, as far as black people rioting. They ask all kind of college-educated black people about rioters because all of a sudden that's in all of our DNA. You know what I mean? That's how we all are. But if you say, well, he's crazy, then all of a sudden they don't have the answer for that. That has nothing to do with the flag. It has nothing to do with Fox News or CNN or newspaper. It has nothing to do with that. He's just crazy on drugs. Whereas those black rioters in Baltimore, who a lot of them I'm sure were on drugs, that has nothing to do with drugs. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with the oppression that they've seen. It's how black culture is.
Yeah, with the animal thug. That's what they are. That's what they do.
Yeah. So I have a big problem with that as far as how they're trying to run with this narrative of how he's some lone wolf who's just psycho crazy.
Is it true that he really started a campaign on Kickstarter?
I don't know. We could look that up right now. I don't know. Our crack research team will look that up for us.
Because that's hard to swallow. If someone really raised that much money to plead this insanity.
And there was some misinformation given out there. For number one, people were comparing his bail to bail of other people who like got arrested who happened to be black. Now, the judge who set his bail had only jurisdiction for possession of firearms. So that bail was set just for firearms. Had nothing to do with 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 9 counts of murder. So even if he could afford that bail, he's not going anywhere because the county sets bail for the murders. So
they haven't even touched the murders yet. It's just
no.
It's just the gun charges.
Right. See, and people are kind of running with the meme that, oh, look, they only gave him $1 million bail, but they gave, this black person who did this, you know what I mean, or this black person did that. But
the injustice in America. But
yeah, but it's not necessarily unjust. It's like, remember, like, this bail means nothing. And the whole show, from my research, the whole thing about it, do you see when he got arrested? I mean, when they brought him between the camera and they had him 2 people, like that. First of all, the witnesses giving impact statements from asking lawyers and from like reading, that never happens. Almost never happens. Like everything that to having the guards behind him, one white, one black, was all theater to appease people. You know, it probably did. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? But that $1 million bond, it could have been $1. He could have paid it right there. He wasn't going nowhere. So it's symbolic. It means nothing. So I don't think people should get offended by it. I'm not saying it's not offensive.
The whole act is offensive, so
yeah, true.
It's hard to really swallow the emotions, not to get offended by it, as far as the whole thing goes. But
Yeah, I think what's more important though, talking about, we'll go back to Dylan Roof, is that the whole patches that he had on his jacket from the picture that he brought up, because I think that most of us, even me, like, I mean, I'm a history major, that I would have got the South African one. I wouldn't have got the Rhodesian one, and I just studied Zimbabwe.
The Rhodesian one, yes. That's the apartheid.
Well, Rhodesia wasn't apartheid. Rhodesia was... Well, see, the whole thing is... Rhodesia was a white ran-only country, so it means the same thing as Jim Crow, South African, apartheid. It all means the same thing. But what I don't think is, I don't think many people would have picked up on the flag.
Confederate flag.
No, the flags he's wearing of Rhodesia and South Africa. Because, like I said, when I saw the code, I was kind of like, whoa, where are those flags? You know what I mean? Because at first I'm like, wow, that's kind of fresh. I mean, like, to tell you the truth, if it just said polo on it, niggas would be like, wow. No, that's fresh. That's fresh.
No, but honestly, them flags really come back from, I want to say, elementary. I mean, the whole apartheid thing was going on. And I think I believe I had a political black fist history teacher, you know what I mean, that was putting us on to what was going on, the whole thing, and they broke down the flag. So when I seen it, I kind of knew, but it's been so long, so I mean, it caught my eye, and I was like, hold up. I did the knowledge to that one, and that's why I was like, that's what made me realize, okay, so now he got a Confederate flag going on. He has the flag that he has on his coat, the patch. Then he had a 9mm. He's burning the American flag. Pure hate.
See, I think one of the crazy things that one of the narratives out there is, especially a lot of people try to get pushed back with the whole get rid of the Confederate flag, is they're trying to make it seem like the flag doesn't do anything. But yet, you can't burn the American flag because they said the American flag inspires. The same people that say the Confederate flag doesn't inspire killing. Yeah. They send men off to war under the auspice of the American flag. You know what I mean? Like, go fly a Nazi flag and then see when people say, well, it means nothing. It doesn't inspire anybody to hate. See what kind of response you get. But for some reason, whereas black people are supposed to accept this, and I think a lot of it is due to the fact that we've been forced to live with these people so long that we kind of have to accept it. So they're like, look, nothing's wrong. You know what I mean? Look, nothing's wrong. And
stuff just continues to go on, and it's just very unfortunate. And how we're bowing down so fast. It's the same week and we're forgiven? It's the same, like, you can't forgive this fast in the same week.
Yo, niggas don't forgive fucking delivery man when they get their order wrong this fast. You know what I mean? Niggas won't forgive a retailer if they send you the wrong shit this fast. Yet, it's the religion of our master that still works to this day. Like I said earlier, when that older man was on TV and said, well, our religion teaches us to forgive. if you don't see like such a direct line from slave master to slave, as far as be pretty easy to control these people because.
And I understand the whole part of forgiving, but this is like the same week. It's just hard to swallow.
But why do we have to forgive? Like, I don't recall us forgiving ISIS or Taliban. I don't recall America forgiving OJ. I don't recall America forgiving a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Yeah, so but why do we have to forgive? Like, I don't understand why we have to be like, why, like, I mean, in life, period. Like, why is it must forgive? Like, people say you cannot beat hate with love. Like, well, they've been hating black people for a long time and they've been winning. So
very, very, very long time. Very, very long time they've been hating on us. And then you got his friend who he grew up with, who's speaking on him, saying that, you know, he didn't realize he was a racist or never seen him be a racist. He hung around me. Another person forgiving, sticking up for this person. I
Yeah, but I think we should also be careful that, like we discussed earlier, the dynamic of if this black dude grew up here, you know, this is not a nigga with a sense of knowledge of self. This probably was his defense mechanism. Like, if you live in some rural-ass backwoods, Shelby County, North Carolina place where, say you, like, there's, like, maybe 500 people in your town and, like, 30 of you are black and maybe, like, 10 of you are black guys and 8 of y'all go in the military and just you. And these are the white guys that hang with you. You know what I mean? And you probably haven't been exposed to enough black people where, like, you know, black people don't hang with white people who say shit like this.
At all.
Yeah, but...
Then it makes you wonder the conspiracy theory. Did he get a check?
Who, the black dude?
Yeah.
From who?
From someone to make him say these things. I mean, I hate to throw the conspiracy theory thing out there, but this is so hard to swallow and believe. Like, come on.
I mean, once you see, like, and we'll put up a link to the video, but once you see how dude looks and everything...
Oh, these words was coming out of his mouth, so he physically was saying, it wasn't us just reading it. Because I read it. More so. I didn't see the video of him actually saying, Ray, you know what I mean? He's saying these things. And
see, I think he had, there he goes right there, my man.
Yeah.
This guy is just pure lost. So we're going to play a clip of it. And so you guys can hear it.
He just said that he was going to hurt a bunch of people at the University of Charleston, and he stopped talking about it. And I said, well, and I think he thought it went over my head that I didn't catch it. And I was like, what did you say? Why you want to hurt those people in Charleston? Like, what's your grudge against them? And he never said anything about it. He just stopped talking about it. And he just said in 7 days, they all got 7 days, and that was on last week Wednesday. And then Wednesday coming, he shot all these people in the church.
So now that's him saying how he knew shit was about to go down, but did nothing. Now here goes the thing where he says that his friend's not a racist. Yeah, that's crazy.
When he was here, he would just...
He'd be sleeping right here. So I'll show you guys the Dylan light. The Dylan light.
So he would just crash out.
Yeah, just like that.
What's your reaction to the news about Dylan?
Like, Daddy actually did everything he said he was going to do. And I don't feel no different today than I felt about him before he did this stuff. Like I said, who's to say Dylan was in his right mind? Nobody knows what anybody go through.
Was Dylan ignorant? Was he racist?
No.
What?
Like, making him out to be racist, but...
Pause it. I can't take no more. I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
yeah. There you go, right there.
Oh, wow.
So hold that right there, hold that. See, now you know Fox News he gonna be Fox News Nigga of the Year, right?
Nigga of the Year.
They got Mama of the Year, the Mama of the Year who beat her son for, you know, trying to fight power.
Nigga of the Year.
That's
and
amazing.
I don't mean nigga in a good way.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
So what do you do with that? See, now to me, this is why you don't
raise your children around white people?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
I know.
Why you don't to me, at this stage, purposely try to break down barriers. Like, you move to a town and you know there's, like, white people don't want you to move there. You say, oh, no, you know, I have a right to move here. I'm going to live here. No, fuck that. They don't want you there, fine, peace.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to break down barriers today.